I am your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me in the studio is one Dann, Lennard, and one marketing guru, Jessica Bland, who has for us a market analysis on Australian wrestling.
Yes, while you were filming your social media videos, that was the task I set you.
I also had other tasks.
Well, debatable. But I also decided to, really take up the mantle here and utilize my marketing research ability. So yes, I've conducted some market analysis, asked around, look at the various Australian wrestling businesses to kind of see where you sort of stand with them, Mark and Dan and Babyface in general.
Can I just say, Jesse, in advance, really appreciate all the hard work that you've done.
Oh, Dan, aren't you just the sweetest? I started with Pro Wrestling Australia, which is the biggest wrestling business in New South Wales and probably Australia. Big crowds in the city. They appear in plenty of media. Very well-established professional business. They have very, very good professionally filmed videos and footage that they utilise. They've worked with international companies, All Elite Wrestling, wrestlers signed to WWE, AEW. They are very respected. So I knew I had to make them my first stop.
Okay.
They've nurtured some really great talent. Kyle Fletcher, Robbie Eagle, some of the best wrestlers in the world today have come through PWA's system.
They seemed like a very well-trusted and respected business. So when I mentioned your name, Lord Mark, they said they want nothing to do with you.
Well, it's like this, it was a bit of a blood feud 20 years ago with the old owners. Now, I had a rivalry per se, but we were all in cahoots. We kind of started the company together. Might have been something, I don't want to go too willy-nilly into it, but now one of the Madison Eagles doesn't like me very much. But her ex-husband, Ryan Eagles, we're back to being pals. So I guess that's it's more a personal thing than a professional thing. It's also one of the other promoters I might have made some memes about him when he got caught drink driving. And probably, I didn't like him very much because he, did some bad things to a friend of mine. So I kind of took to the, I realize that's probably not a cool thing to do, but it was funny at the time. It was very funny.
You're just reaffirming everything Jesse just said.
A lot of people laughed. A lot of people in wrestling laughed, and they thought it was great. But I realized it was probably not the best thing to do.
In the long run.
I still don't like the bloke.
But in the long run.
I don't like the bloke. I like a lot of other people there. There's a lot of fine people there. Fine people.
Well, lucky for you.
The production people, top notch.
I kept looking, lucky for you. I kept asking around. The next one that I turned to was Australian Wrestling Entertainment. They run in the inner south.
Sorry, it's funny.
That's just hearing that name.
It's very funny, right?
He said that he hates you.
Oh yeah, no, he hates both of us.
He wants to beat you up.
And me.
I know he wants to beat me up because
I'm sensing some history here.
Look, I'm not sure if you listened to the show a couple of weeks ago. I did try to Venezuela him and take his belongings. It didn't work because he's so small and he kicked me in the shins like he's a tiny, tiny man. And he just puts on finger paints, face paint on, and he's like, "Oh, what time is it?" And we have a good laugh. We used to go to his shows all the time.
Yep.
I used to dress up in my finest suit. We'd drink a bottle of wine. We'd have a laugh.
At his expense.
He's very tiny, and maybe he doesn't like me too much too, because one time at Christmas we were feuding. He said he was going to beat me up. I said, "You're not going to beat me up." And I sent him a text message Christmas and I go like, "Hey, hey psychotic, Merry Christmas. I hope it's been a good one with your family. I know you've been really busy making toys for Santa Claus." Saying he's an elf because he's a tiny,
and also
he's a little man.
We did also a mutual friend of ours did nickname him Rocket Raccoon.
He does look like Rocket Raccoon. Looks like Rocket Raccoon from
the Marvel movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, he also looks like Mr. Bean. So you're laughing. You're laughing, but I understand why he says that. But I wouldn't worry about that. That's not. That's like
They're not a serious group.
They're not a serious group.
No.
They're not a serious.
Let's
group.
move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, well, I also talked to All Star Wrestling. The promoter shuddered when I said your name, Mark.
Yes, so I can explain that. This is going almost 20 years ago. Probably a bit less, like 18 years ago. We all did a show. He got an inheritance. Didn't know what he was doing. Basically lost a bunch of money. So our mutual friend bailed him out to pay this famous wrestler. His name was Raven. Very, very famous wrestler. So bailed him out. He still had one show that he was promoting. We all did it and kind of got stiffed on payment. So I might have, with a wrestler, rocked up to his house wanting our money. He said, no, I'm not going to give you your money. And I might have said a few things and like ruined a garden.
Was there a garden gnome broken?
It was a duck.
It was a duck.
It was a duck. It might have been a duck was broken. And the wrestler was like, oh, geez, man, you've gone nuts. But we got our money. So that's the moral of the story. I say successful.
But again...
But like, you know what? He's turned a page. He's turned a page, bless him. He's now running a promotion. He hasn't had any of those issues. So good luck to him.
You probably put the fear of Mark Williamson into him, and he's... But these things are coming back to haunt you, Mark.
Not...
your behaviour, your past behaviour.
He runs a show in Padstow. Oh, if we need some help, if we go to Padstow, we'll go talk to him next.
Well, there was one final place, one final hope, hopefully one relationship you haven't completely severed in the wrestling world. I talked to International Wrestling Australia.
Oh, yes.
They've been around for 28 years.
I sure have.
Promote shows all over the place.
Yep.
Their response was very mixed.
Mixed.
Well,
Curious.
Rob Oxley, he seems to be the organizer. He said you were disappointing. You tried to grift him on the Babyface Broadcast.
No. We was trying to start
Yes.
this. Yes.
We did kinda.
No.
Board of wrestling.
Look, we were trying to do the board of wrestling where I was trying to... there's a lot of cowboys in wrestling. I'm sure you met a lot of these cowboys here. I'm pretty sure you're probably unscrupulous people you talk to. The worst people, kind of not people you want to hang around with. So I thought, hey, let's all get the good guys together. We'll make a governing body. We'll call it the Board of Wrestling. And all I needed was $2,000 from each of them for a lifetime membership. And it would have been like a good board of prosperity for professional wrestling in Australia.
It's not dead.
And I asked him, well, it kind of is.
Don't tell Keith that.
No, I've told, no. I had to deal with Keith because if you...
Look, let's not go into it now.
Yeah, so I can understand how he feels that way, but I wasn't trying to grift him.
Well, there is someone else that I also spoke to when I was there, the owner, Mark. He was a little bit rude to me, but he said you were mates. So I guess in hindsight, that's sort of, that lines up, that tracks.
Well, Mark Mercedes.
Australia's most successful promoter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ran 28 years.
Okay.
It's the 28th anniversary. I might make an appearance there. Just
On
saying.
April 10.
I might have had an invite.
St. John's.
Might have had an invite just to show I'm not a complete pariah like you're making out.
Not St. John's Ambulance. St. John's...
Bowling Club.
Yeah.
Well, you say you're not a complete pariah. I exhausted all of my Sydney options, so I turned to Melbourne.
Oh, dear.
Mark, they're terrified of you down there, to put it frankly. They're petrified.
Well, I mean, I look, yeah.
You started a cult down there.
It was a club.
What, like
It was a club.
the Kool-Aid Guyana fan club?
We got it on Amazon, and it was fun while it lasted, but there's a lot of people. Look, you're in wrestling, and you manage wrestlers, and you got to deal with these unscrupulous people. Sometimes you got to be a bit like argy-bargy.
Half the wrestlers wound up like crippled within weeks of
Not
that.
from me.
Yeah, right.
They were crippled because of their bad life choices. I didn't push anything on them. No. And I find it bloody insulting, Dan Lennard.
Really?
That you would think that I...
That you're a monster? Well, you were in Melbourne.
There does seem to be a bit of a dark cloud that sort of hangs over you, Mark. Wherever you go, like, there just seems to, the fact that there's so many burned bridges along the way in this wrestling industry, you really need to be better than this if you're going to be successful.
You've even brought this dark cloud over the show.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
What do you mean a dark cloud? created this show.
We created this show.
Oh,
We did. And we created Australian wrestling legends. We, the three of us.
I've had enough of this. I'm not going to walk out. I'm not going to have a tantrum. I'm going to play a song called Smooth Criminal.